Hello, viewers. Today is Friday, November 22nd, 2024. We are here to discuss about the Border Gavaskar Trophy first test that's been played at Perth. Before we go into this episode, I just want to mention that yesterday I had incorrectly mentioned the year as 2022 in the introduction of the program. I meant 2024. So that being said, I would like to again introduce S.N. Sukumar, and he's here to basically give his thoughts and opinions and his analysis on day one of the first test between India and Australia at Perth. Welcome back, Sukumar. I would like to ask about your thoughts, your opinion and analysis on the first day of the first test match in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the reception. The first day, actually, as expected, it is a bouncy wicket. Everybody was, every other person was talking of the bounce and pace and bounce. It was very, very true of the happenings in the first session and all the three sessions as well. Totally around 17 wickets have been taken by the fast bowlers. No, only 5 overs were bowled by spinners. That shows that the wicket is pacey and it has a good carry as well. Even in the third session, Indian bowlers bowled and it had a good juice in the wicket. This only shows the wicket is bouncy, pacey and bouncy. And considering this, the runs scored by both the teams are not up to the mark, but you cannot expect more than this because there was no partnership at all in the both the innings of both the teams. So in that way, it is a very good a game of cricket for the first day to start with the Borders Fighters series, and hope the things will improve in the coming days. Even the second day, you might get a better score for the better conditions for the batters to have some good partnership and then negotiate the shine of with the new ball. First 20-25 overs, they can negotiate much better. That is what I feel.
So, going to the toss, right? Yesterday we discussed that if India wins the toss, it is better that they bowl. But they went against that and then they wanted to bat. They scored 150 and they came back. Their bowling unit did exceptionally well to bring them to 67 for 7 or something like that. So that being the case, do you still think that they made the right decision to bat first on a wicket which is fresh, which has got the bounce and carry and also the seam movement? We also had some grass on the wicket, but it was kind of a dry grass, not a real fresh grass if you look at it. So they had some dry grass there. Do you think that they made the right decision to bat first?
It is a brave decision to bat first, considering there is for fourth innings of the test match. They might have judged that the wicket will break and it may not be a conducive for the fourth innings batting. So taking that into consideration in the mind, they might have decided that way. But still, for the first session, it is very difficult conditions for the batting. That is what I felt. Even if the tinge of grass was there in the wicket. So and that too, you are facing a very formidable Australian pace attack. They were very, very relentless. They didn't give any loose balls. Earlier, 1 or 2 loose balls were on the pads, but we didn't utilize that. But they were very, very relentless in the sense all the top 3 fast bowlers and medium fast bowlers, Hazelwood, Stark, and Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins was a bit costly considering the conditions, but he is a type of bowler who could just give runs. When Mitchell Marsh is a very surprise there because he bowled just a couple of overs, 3 or 4 overs, but he got 2 wickets. That was a big bonus for the Australian team because he bowled just for the frontline bowlers to get some breather or nothing else. Otherwise, they could have extended the spell because we were giving wickets at the regular intervals. No, that is, we can't blame the batsman too hard here because the conditions and first time they're coming to the crease after a docile, you're batting on the docile wickets. That's a consideration has to be taken.
So looking at the batsman, right? So for me, what I thought was like KL Rahul stood out to me, even though he did not score a lot of runs. As an opener, he's opening after a long time, and that too on a very, very adverse condition where the ball was seaming around in the first 1 hour or so. But he was batting very well, even though he didn't score runs. He was playing very close to the body. He had soft hands, and he was leaving the ball reasonably well. And even on the ball that he got out, he covered his off stump, and he was not playing away from the body. It was a very good ball that he got out, but he was still playing close to the body and he was not playing away from the body. So I thought that the move to make him open, I think it's a very good move, and I personally feel that they should persist this because he seems like a person that can do well as an opener in Australia. What do you think?
Because KL Rahul success on the top in the order away from the home conditions is good, but he has taken he struggled. In the sense, personally, if he's given a choice, he might opt out. That is what my perception. Look at his records, because earlier to start with, he was only opening. He's an opener, but
Yeah.
those days he didn't have a good track record of opening the innings. So he took the shelter, and after one day innings and all, he took the middle of the slot. But given the option, he might come down. But this is totally a team management decision to make him play top in the order. Or if Rohit comes, I don't know how they're going to handle the top three.
No, what I am thinking is like based on what I saw yesterday, I thought as an opener, he did pretty well and he was able to negotiate. He got out to an excellent delivery, even though there is some kind of a controversy about whether there was a snake or not and there is no hot spot and whatnot. But still, I thought that it did take a slight edge. That's what I thought. But still, he played very close to the body. He was leaving the balls well. He was playing with very soft hands. He was driving in front of the wicket whenever the ball is slightly pitched up. He was shaping up well. But I think when you compare it with Shubman Gill or Jaiswal, they do not have the kind of experience in Australian wickets. Of course, Shubman Gill played the last series. But nevertheless, I think even if Rohit Sharma comes back into the team, I would prefer that KL Rahul opens with Rohit Sharma and they can bring Shubman Gill to the middle order as opposed to Rahul going back. Because keeping Rahul at number 5 or 6, what is it going to achieve for the team? Because he might run out of partners. He's not a very aggressive batsman, so he's not going to score a lot of runs quickly. For 5 or 6, you need somebody like Pant, where they can score runs quickly, where they can work with the tailenders and try to rotate the strike. But Rahul is not that kind of a player. So my feeling is that he should continue to open. But anyway, other than him, who else do you think impressed you the most in terms
Yeah,
of Indian batting?
other than the top order, yes, even Virat Kohli played his best until such time he got the lifting delivery on the off stump. We could have just put his hand down, but he is impulsive, so we can't comment too much on his dismissal. But even Nitish Kumar Reddy has played really well, because but on that position number 8, ball might not do much, but he should not be promoted up and down. He should continue to play the same all-rounder slot, and he played well. He played really well, and also had some good shots, nice shots. Not the he didn't throw the bat even at the number 10 or 11 as with him. He played very nicely. That's a good sight to see a newcomer playing in such a way.
And then finally about the 11, yesterday we discussed about bringing Washington Sundar, and they did do that. Instead of Ashwin or Jadeja, they did bring in Washington Sundar. So that I think was a good decision, but it did not work out yesterday.
Very brave decision to go for a youngster's batting capacity ahead of his bowling, superseding two legends. That is what I will call them, because that's both Jadeja and Ashwin's statistical records as well as performance definitely is much higher. But this is a very brave decision. But this is a team management decision. One cannot comment over too much into it. That's it.
I felt it was a good decision for the future as well, because he could be a very good all-rounder in the making by playing up in the order as well. So then coming to the Indian batting, Sarfaraz Khan was left out and Dhruv Jurel was picked ahead of Sarfaraz Khan. Do you think was that a good decision?
See, Jurel actually is a wicketkeeper bat. But yesterday also I spoke about that. Just because he got runs in particular conditions, but he picking him ahead of so many others who are being longing for the spot. There are many players of such caliber. Not necessarily a wicketkeeper bat, but there is a batsman to fill a number 6 slot. He could have made that, but suddenly you see somebody batting well, you cannot just pick them. Two odd innings, you just not pick them. And why do you play so much of cricket in India? if you're not going to pick the right person, standing in the queue, there are queue
Yeah,
of batters.
I felt
That
like
is
they should have given. I felt they should have given one more chance to Sarfaraz Khan because he has scored 100, big 100.
Yeah,
He has scored
definitely.
runs in
He
the Indian
deserves that. He
domestic
deserves that.
circuit. He deserves that. I
See,
think dropping him
nowadays,
just dropping him
as
just
a,
after that series in India, I think it was kind of
probably
not
we
very.
don't know what is it, how does it is shaped in nets. See, these coaches and all, they took everything, every data, how whenever you're not shaping well to the conditions or whatever, they just slide on you. So, only seniors will give the extra leverage, not the juniors who is coming, emerging and all. They will just slide. There are many examples like that. I can just name it. But that is the way team management looks at the batters, fresh young batters for that matter. If you
Yeah, I
have got, if
know.
you have,
I know that he might be susceptible to good pace, but without giving him a chance, doing that is
uh,
kind of an injustice to him, right? He has not played
definitely,
anywhere, so
definitely, it
not
is
giving him
not
a
fair
chance
and
to, yeah. So
it is not
anyway,
fair on.
moving
Mm.
on. Let's look at the bowling unit. I personally felt that the bowlers did a lot better than the Australian bowlers. This is what I was saying, that Indian bowlers can
I,
surprise the Australian batsmen. So what do you think about the bowling unit and how they perform?
I think Bumrah bowled exceptionally well in the top in the first spell. Beyond that, Australians did not apply that much against Ashit Rana or somebody. So Siraj also. They lost some easy wickets to the late in the order. That is especially 5, 6, 7 and all. There is no resistance. We resist much better. If you look at you could have seen, had you seen your ball by ball and all, we resisted much better. Otherwise, we would not have reached 150. Had we thrown our bat starting from 7, 8, 9 and all, you would not have reached to 150. But Australians did that maybe to unsettle or whatever. I don't know. Mitchell Mars also they are not shaping well for my, as far as my knowledge goes.
Yeah. So, but I think it looks like Bumrah is continuing to take Steve Smith on that big in swinger ball coming in, the first ball coming into his pad.
See,
He has this. He has that kind of frontward movement, and then he's coming across and he's trying to whip through mid wicket. He has got that style of batting, which is kind of unique, and he's gotten it. Remember in World Cup, ICC World Cup 50 overs. He got out the similar way. He was elbow-double to Bumrah. So I think Steve Smith is kind of struggling against Bumrah's in-swingers, I think. What do you think?
see, he's unfortunate. He got his very good first ball. That's what my first statement will be. But considering this initial movements and then back and across movement, covering the stumps, anything which is going to hit the pads, he will be in deep trouble. That is what even. But he has been continuing this with this technique for quite a long time. He has already scored about 7,000 to 8,000 runs. He's close to 10,000 runs right now. So we cannot comment much on his technique, but he got a very good first ball. That's what I can say. But considering the on Laban's case innings, I don't know. He couldn't even put the ball beyond square. Laban's case. He was always struggling. He was dropped once by Kohli.
Yeah.
Before he opened his account, I believe. But consuming 55 balls, that shows our bowling. He only tried to salvage, forge a partnership. But others, even Trevor said, I think he missed a full and delivery. That is a very bonus for us. And we don't know how to bowl to Trevor said, that much I can see. Because we were bowling to his strength.
So now, given the fact that 7 wickets have gone for the Australians, what do you think day two would look like? What should be the total that India should try to restrict Australia to on the first innings? And what should India do in the second innings so that they can give a good target for Australia to chase?
See, first of all, we should wipe up the tile. I think somewhere close to 100. That is what one will expect. Within a over somewhere 10 to 15 overs, they might play. That was my perception. Beyond that, if they're going to play, they might reach 150. That is what my perception. Beyond that, if they 10 to 15 overs, not beyond that. Because they'll throw the bat. They definitely, well, Alex Carey will try to form the strike, and then all other three will throw the bat. So they might get 30 runs. That is very factual assessment. Beyond that, looking to the second innings, if Indian batting order, especially the top order, is going to play the way they played the first innings, the second innings you might start in after 1 hour or 1.5 hour, 90 minutes after the start. That's what. You start in a better half an hour before lunch or 45 minutes before lunch. You start your innings in better conditions. That is what I accept. Then if you have a good opening partnership, things will go well. But we may not get to beyond 200 under. We might get somewhere close to 200.
So let's say that 200, we score 200 and we give them 250 as the target to chase. You think we are in a good position to win this test match?
I only have a suspicion of a bowlers bowling to Travis side. If they are going to bowl short, he will definitely plunder you. He'll have to bowl up. If that is going to be there, 250 should be enough. Because he has a habit of just backing off and cutting. Even stumps level, he will cut. So, and you don't have a protection as well. I thought if he go to get to a couple of boundaries, one might have a deep point as well. Because you can still have it to just have a rotated obstacle and then have a. You cannot keep giving boundaries in these conditions. Keep giving boundaries, then you will be totally thrown out of the game. That is what my assessment.
Okay, so just to give a summary, day one it's advantage India. Day two is going to be very interesting. It's all going to boil down to if we can get their tail below 100 or at 100, and then bat at least reasonably well to get to around 200, 250. If that happens,
200,
then I think
220.
200, 220. So if they get to that point, then they have a very good chance of winning. But bear in mind, Mr. Sukumar, as you know, this wicket will go and it will slow down as we go into second day, afternoon, and then the third day. It's going to slow down, and the curator is saying that it's not going to break up like what people thought. So it looks like the dry grass that's there is going to hold the soil together and it's not going to break up. So that means batting might get easier. So let's wait and watch day two, and then we will come back with an assessment on day two, right? It's going to be a very interesting day two.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much, Sukumar, and we will come back
Thank you, Suresh.
tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you.